Filming?
Going there. All the way over there.
All the way up there.
Right. Ready to watch Joel fall.
Woo!
Hey YouTube, we are back and we are the Bearded Brothers. That's Graham,
That's Joel.
and this is episode 3.
So we've been on Christmas break and we've done a little bit of snowboarding, cooking. We've been working a little bit more on the kitchen. We have half a kitchen right now. But it's Christmas and we thought we'd cook a little special dinner. I think we deserve it. And we thought we'd share the dinner with you guys. And so this episode is going to be about cooking a ribeye roast with some potatoes and broccoli and also a kale chips appetizer.
Yeah, so let's get started.
So what we have here is actually about a 2.5 pound ribeye roast, and what we're going to do is marinate it before we put it in the oven. As you can see here, we have some things that we're going to use to marinate the roast. We have some balsamic vinegar. You can also use some white vinegar. We also have some black pepper, some rosemary, some thyme, and salt. I actually have some sea salt from Hawaii, but you can just use normal salt. We have some fresh garlic and about a tablespoon, a little bit more of olive oil. So what we're going to do is actually make a paste with this and rub the roast down with that paste and then put it on the roasting rack. So tonight we're going to have kale chips from the oven as our appetizer. And what I've done is actually rinsed the kale chips, that's our oven getting preheated for our roast, and ripped them into about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And so you can see they're ready to go. I like to keep it simple and add very few ingredients. I use a little bit of olive oil. I use crushed black pepper, and I also just use some salt. Some people like to do other types of flavors, such as sesame seed oil and sesame seeds or crushed red pepper, but it's up to you. For our sides tonight, we're going to do boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, and so since it's just Joel and I eating tonight, I decided to do about 6 medium-sized potatoes. I'm going to peel these or semi-peel them, so leave some of the skin on them so it gives it a little bit more texture, and then we'll boil them and add some spices later on in this video. We're also going to have a side of broccoli. I'm going to roast this on a cast iron pan and probably add some garlic, some fresh garlic, some salt, some pepper, and maybe a little bit of vinegar. You need an acid. So I'm just going to brush on some balsamic vinegar. That's about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. We have put the paste on the actual roast, and we've put the roast on a shallow roasting pan. And now we're going to put it in the oven and sear it at about 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then let it roast, reducing the heat to about 300 degrees for about an hour. You will change the times based on the weight of your meat. So with the mashed potatoes, what I'm going to add is quite simple, actually. It's going to be some salt, some crushed or ground black pepper, a little bit of butter, some grated white cheddar cheese, and some milk. We'll mash this together and we will have our mashed potatoes. So we have plated our dinner. We have our mashed potatoes, our broccoli, our kale chips, and our ribeye roast.
Hi guys, so Graham is making dinner and I thought I'd make a dessert to go along with it. I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies. Here I have some lemon snaps. Here is some dark chocolate, imported Swiss chocolate. And here are some chips that are jalapeno lime. You want to make sure that all this stuff is good and is tasty and has its own flavor to go along with the whole piece.
Hi, Coda.
Okay, really this is a simple thing to make. There are 4 steps to it. The first thing you want to do is take one of your lemon snaps and place it on your plate. Next, take a piece of chocolate, place it on your cookie. Last thing you want to do before we put it in the microwave is place your chip on top. Okay, so now we have our dessert on our plate. We're ready to microwave it. Now place it in the microwave for about 25 to 30 seconds, depending on how melted you want your chocolate. Make sure that you go for it all the way. Okay, so after you've microwaved it for about 25 to 30 seconds, the only thing left to do is to take a delicious bite. Alright guys, thanks for watching episode 3. If you liked today's video, like or subscribe or even comment on the videos. Stay tuned for episode 4 next week. Thanks!
Bye.